Hey guys, XH here bringing you the new Crystal Hollow Starter Guide. This is not going to be a full guide covering everything to update. Instead, I'm going to be introducing the basics of the new update, what you'll need, and then letting you explore the rest on your own without spoilers. If you enjoy my content, then take a second to subscribe. It's free and helps me out a lot. To those who are already subscribed, thank you so much for the support. Drop a like to help me beat the algorithm, and let's get started. Okay, so first things first. To get to a new area, you're gonna have to board a minecart from the Golden Rail Co. You can talk to the Riz NPC at the start to learn about this more. So before we go down there, let's talk about the new blocks. Breaking power was added in Dwarven Mines V1, but it was never really used because basically it was either you could break Mithril and Titanium or you couldn't. But now it gets a lot more complicated than that. The new gemstones require really high breaking power. Like, some of the drills and the picks still can't break them. Even my drill, which was the second best before the update, can't break Jasper gemstones. So to do that, if you want to mine gemstones and stuff, you're gonna probably want to get the new gemstone drill. However, these drills can be very expensive, especially for new players. But don't worry, you can get gemstones by other methods, such as just killing enemies. Like, instead of mining for them, just go stab some magma cubes or slimes, and you also get gemstones. It's really good for leveling up collection, especially when you're starting out. Besides the new drills, they also added a lot of new drill upgrades, as well as the ability to actually take the upgrades out of your drill. Before, once you put it in, you were stuck with it, but now you can exchange it whenever you want. We're gonna take this minecart into the new area for the cost of 10,000 coins. There are other minecarts in other locations that cost more and take you to different areas, but this one will do for now. It actually doesn't matter which one you take down because in the end, you can mine through the walls wherever you start off and reach all the regions in the Crystal Hollows. Anyways, after a short ride down where you can sightsee a bit, you're gonna arrive in the jungle area, where I suggest you kill some of the slimes because they're weak and drop sludge juice, which can be useful later. There are also these tribe members which have the highest HP of anything outside dungeons. I think 1 billion, but they hit the number, so you probably shouldn't waste time killing them. Here is one of the lower tier gemstone types. As you can see, I can mine it with my old drill from before the update. It takes a while to break, but you can get gemstone powder and also gemstones of course. Note that you can combine gemstones to tier them up into higher quality ones later on. This is important. You definitely want to make a gemstone sack. It's quite cheap and stores a ton of gemstones even at the small size, so there's no reason not to get one. Also, they added a new boss called the Ball, which you can fight in the Mammoth Fields region, the Crystal Hollows. This boss is much more interesting than its counterpart, the Mammoth Cube. It has a couple phases where it spawns blazes and bats to attack you, but it's honestly not that dangerous. The most challenging part is hitting it. As you can see in this clip, I can't seem to reach with my melee weapons. Instead, I had to resort to my GG short bow, which works, but still doesn't hit consistently due to the weird hitbox. I've heard that a hurricane bow can be good for spamming it with multiple arrows, or you can try Axe to the Shredded, which demolishes large bosses. After you smack it enough times, it'll retreat back into the lava and has a chance to drop an epic or legendary ball pet. Unfortunately, my luck is terrible, so I didn't get anything, but let's pretend this one in the auction is mine. The legendary one has 3 abilities, 2 of which are really good for the Mammoth Fields. The first ability makes you immune to heat, which lets you stay in the Mammoth Fields as long as you want without consequences. The third perk buffs all your stats in the Mammoth Fields, which is really powerful. The second perk is a damage ability like the Snowman, but instead of doing damage, it does true damage. This is really good for enemies with lots of defense because it'll bypass it with true damage. This update also adds many interesting events, like this called Gone with the Wind. So basically it's like a passive event like double powder, except instead of double powder it gives you more mining speed, but only when you mine in the direction of the wind. How you can do that is you look at the sidebar with the wind compass and you can turn your head until you see the green thing in the middle. As long as you're mining with this in the middle, then you're gonna gain the bonus speed offered by the event, which is a massive 600. But occasionally it changes direction, so they have to change the direction you're mining in to make full use of the effect. So it's gonna be a bit crazy, but If you do manage to mine the direction of the compass, you're gonna get crazy mining speed. Mine to the other side of the gem, and then you can use the event to mine it with the bonus speed. So at first it seems like a kind of useless event, but if you're smart about it, it can be really useful actually. Nice, we found a loot chest. Oh my god, a Yagi? What's this? Anyways, there's also a lot of powder, which is really cool, and some free gemstones. I'll take it. Alright, let's look at the Yagi. So you can use this as like frags to upgrade the Flamebreaker armor. Absorb every 10 Yogs gives you mining speed, and also immunity to the heat produced in the mana fields. This is a pretty good armor for beginners. Okay, here's what happens once you're at really high heat. Once you reach 100 heat, you start burning and taking damage. You don't want this, so either get some armor or the ball pets help you resist burning. The damage will gradually increase until you finally die from it, so it's actually pretty dangerous. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier that there are new Crystal Hollows commissions. These are harder to complete, but also gives you more Harley Mountain XP, and a very valuable gemstone powder. So once you can, definitely try to do these. Besides the new ball pet, there's another awesome pet in the new update, the armadillo pet. You can get this pet by finding a prehistoric egg in one of the loot chests around the Crystal Hollows. Then you have to walk with it until it hatches. Every few thousand steps you walk, then you have a chance to hatch it, but the longer it takes to hatch, the higher the rarity will be, with the highest being legendary, at like 30,000 steps. This thing has 5 perks, and basically it's meant for you to ride it while it mines. So it's like a companion pet that'll mine for you, and also increase the drops you get. It's pretty cool. Okay, the last thing I'll talk about before I let you go off and have fun in the new update is the 5 crystals. You're supposed to go and collect these crystals by punching them, and you can find them in different regions around the Crystal Hollows. Once you've touched all of them, you can go to the center where the crystal nucleus is and then insert them, upon which you'll get a loot chest that you can open for rare items like Divan fragments to upgrade your armor, and also the Pictombus, or whatever you call it, which is a pickaxe that's pretty good but also breaks, so you'll need more than one. That's about it for this guide. Thanks for watching all the way through. I hope this guide helped, and that you have fun exploring the rest of the new update. Cheers.